Riggedy check yourself before you riggedy wreck yourself. Cause when me is bad for your health. I have no idea why I did that. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Handsome Island. Handsome Contreras. This is Watch Me Make It, where I talk mindset, money, and real estate. Week 3 update. Well, week 3 has passed, and this is the update to the passing of week 3. Yeah, so week 3 update. Again, I'm not really good with this. Let's just say it's week 3 update. I'm gonna call it that from now on. Anybody that has specifics on that, let me know. It's not a jolly time for me. It really isn't. I didn't like this past week. I didn't like it whatsoever. I'm not gonna say it's just because I was under the weather, because I was. I don't know if you saw my prior video where I spoke about the 1% rule. You can even hear it, man. My nose was all stuffy. I didn't really feel good all week. I don't think I got much done. Did I accomplish some things here and there? Yeah, but it was also a trial week, right? It was a week where I noticed, hey man, just because your mindset is set on the last 92 and you're like, I'm gonna kill it every day, doesn't really mean you're gonna kill it every day, and every day doesn't mean to be killed. It's just part of the whole life thing, right? I was able to hit the gym, so that was good, even though I was kind of weak, right? Because I was sick and all that good stuff. But I still did it. I got it done. What else? I think I made some strides, right? Like I've been posting every day. But another thing was, I can tell you guys, I want to do these videos more often. I'm cool with shorts. They're great. I'm like spectacular at them. Go check them out. I promise you. My shorts are fire, baby. But being that I was under the weather and I had some technical issues with my computer, I ended up having to actually find old clips of mine where I've said other inspirational things and repurpose them. But it was good because people haven't seen them on YouTube and they're good shorts. They're all like 1 minute long. I was able to chop them up and make them beautiful. Add little captions and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Make it all salacious, yeah. Now, in the Inner Winner Wiring Program, which is what I'm creating at the moment, I'm so excited to be creating it. One of the steps in there is really looking at the history of business, if you're into business, the history of real estate, the history of, tech, the history of video games. Whatever field you're involved in is knowing the history of those that have been powerful in it. I'm a big history buff. I love it. I'm a part of a couple of masterminds, and in one of the masterminds, that's literally all we talk about is history. And it's funny because in another mastermind I'm in, the guy running that one loves to talk about historical figures, and it just so happens that both are talking about Abraham Lincoln at the moment. I even ordered this dope biography. I got it from Amazon, and I've been reading up on Abraham Lincoln's life. I think it fits into week 3 because week 3 showed me there are L's involved with getting to the next step. The difference between those great people in history that have made it and have achieved a lot is they never saw, and I know you've heard this before, but they never saw the losses as defeat. They saw them as opportunities to grow from them. They saw it as kind of like tests to make them better. And one thing about Abraham Lincoln, and it's not spoken about often enough, is the man was a failure for a long time. Very intelligent man. By the way, he read like crazy. That little thing is going around, like people saying like, you don't need to read to be a millionaire. You don't need to read for that. Yo, how ignorant can you be to tell people not to read? No offense to those of you that don't read. I'm not saying reading is the ultimate key to everything. But to actually tell people that reading is not beneficial, you're straight up ignorant. I don't care if you tell them, hey, I watch 1 million YouTube channels and figured it out myself. Bro, reading is essential. Reading is good. Education will always be good. What we try to do in these videos, what we try to do in these courses, these masterminds, is to educate one another, right? And how can you educate when you don't have prior information? You understand what I'm saying? So to tell somebody, oh, reading is useless, you're useless. That's the dumbest thing you could ever say. So you're trying to say you just ultimately learn from yourself. You ultimately learn from, And I will say, if you have a mentor that reads and you can learn from them, cool. But that doesn't circumvent the reading, because that means that you're learning from somebody that read. Ta-da! No matter what, reading is essential. You may not have to be the one reading it. You can listen to audiobooks or you can listen to somebody give you a summary, but reading is essential. That's how we learn from history. That's how we look at who came before us and how they got to what they got. It's such a learning curve cutter that, man, if you're not reading, I can't tell you otherwise, but at least least go watch some. Yo, YouTube got books on audio format if you need it. Like, if you don't want to pay for the audio book because you cheat, at least go listen on YouTube, do something, but get knowledge out of books into your system. That's all I gotta say on that. I'm gonna let it go. I just get really offended when people try to play people that read. Let me tell you something. I haven't read like a full book in a while, and I see what it's caused in my life. Don't get it twisted. I love reading. I'm gonna get back to reading as soon as possible. I'm reading at the moment. I'm struggling a little bit with it, but I'm still doing it because I'm like, yo, I'm getting that back. I'm connected again. I digress. Let's go back to Abraham Lincoln. All right, sorry about that. I had to go into the whole reading tangent because it gets me upset. But Abraham Lincoln read a lot, right? And Abraham Lincoln developed a muscle by losing as much as he did. It got to the point where he didn't factor in any outside noise. The man really created his own world, you know, and everything going wrong with America at that time was blamed on him. America was falling apart when Abraham Lincoln took over. We had a civil war going on. The rest of the powers were looking at us like, finally they're losing it. We're about to take them back. Britain was looking at us like meat. Like, oh, you guys got your little independence? We coming. Because y'all gonna destroy each other. You're gonna be so weak. We taking y'all back. France was looking at us like, yo, Britain, y'all gonna have some trouble. We need them. We were a superpower. So to see us fighting amongst ourselves, he inherited a shit show, point blank, period. He also, like I said, at that time, developed I don't know if it's a shield or a boundary, what you want to call it, but it's just the ability to really tune things out. And because he had so much knowledge, the man was an attorney, the man was smart, the man read, took L's and always built upon the L's, which is the biggest key takeaway for me during week 3. You know what I mean? Like, I was just, to be honest, one of my e-com businesses, I had to pull the plug on it. I lost 17K, but had I kept letting it go, like, that snowball effect was about to get out of hand. So I had to be smart and, cut it out before it bled to death. Don't feel sorry for me. Again, I made the choices I make. I'm an educated person, right? When I invest in something, I do my homework, but things happen. In business, things happen. If you're going into business thinking everything's going to be smooth sailing and just go your way, get the out now. You ain't gonna make it, because things ain't always smooth. Especially, we're dealing with other human beings. Whether they be your customers, whether they be your workers, employees, co-owners, right? Your CEO, whoever it is that you have involved in your business is a human being. You're gonna be dealing with emotions. You're gonna be dealing with confusion. You're gonna be dealing with some people just being uneducated, some people having bigger egos, some people having just the inability to get out of their own way, and now they're getting your way. So I had to pull the plug on that, and I had to really sit there and pause. Emotion. I spoke about this in some of my shorts, man. Emotion is a beautiful thing. It's energy in motion. It gets you going. It tells you, yo, I have to do said thing. I have to go do this. Or it gets you inspired to do something. But it can also derail you. When you let emotion judge how you're going to make a business decision, is a big problem. You have to add a heavy dose of logic. Even if you're making an emotional decision, pause and bring in a heavy dose of logic. Logic will make sense of things. It's all about the numbers. I could have emotionally stayed in the said business and been like, yo, you know what though? It'll fix itself. We're in the fourth quarter. Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Instead, I said, yo, you know what? I have 3 other businesses in the same line that are doing a lot better. Let me cut this one off and take the energy, the time I'm putting into this one, and now split it amongst the other 3 and get those to work fully because they're already working somewhat. Now, if I took that energy and kept trying to pour into this, who knows where it would have gone? It might have succeeded, but at some point or another, you got to know when to pull the plug. And that's one of the pluses about Abraham Lincoln. Like, when you read up about him, and I'm gonna speak on it more and stuff. I'm actually going to add it to the curriculum in inner winter wiring. I already have inner winter wiring pretty much set up. It's something I've been doing for years, but again, that's the beauty of that program that I'm creating. I keep learning and learning and learning. I keep adding different things to it. I'm not stuck like, oh, hey, this was going this and working this way. Like, what can I do to make it better? I'm always trying to improve it. I want it to be a growing society. That's exactly what I want inner winter wiring to be. When that comes out, everyone will know. I'm going to have like a beta program. Because again, things aren't going to be 100% when you hit them out. But the more you wait to make them 100%, the more time goes on and they just fail. Sorry for this long video. I know I got long-winded talking about reading and whatnot, but I take it personal, man. I take it personal. A lot of my mentorship, like people mentoring me and coaching me in life, has come from reading books. When I couldn't find a mentor, when I didn't have the money to put out there, I would read books and put things into action, right? And they've really, really helped me. So I take it personal when someone tries to knock reading. I don't have a problem with people not reading, but to just knock it? Nah, you're just ignorant. As always, please, please, please subscribe, like, and comment. Let me know anything you want to talk about, anything you want to see different, any tips you might have. Like, hey, maybe you see something I'm doing and you're like, yo, Guap, not for nothing, this will be better. I'll take advice, man. That's how we grow, baby. Each one teach one, man. You know what I'm saying? Every day grinding and growing. All right, enough. Ladies and ugly men, as always, God is good, God is grand, God is great. Stay favored. Yeah.